Hi friends, welcome to Ala Education. I am Srimanarayana Poluri. In this video, we will discuss types of transformers. Transformers are mainly divided into the following categories based on number of phases and their construction and design and their function and cooling and type of core material used and special purpose transformers. So we will discuss all these types of transformers in detail one by one. First, we will see types of transformers based on number of phases. So here we have single phase transformers and three phase transformers. First, let us discuss single phase transformer. Single phase transformer will have two windings and a core. In single phase transformer, we will give single phase AC supply to the primary winding of the transformer. What is the primary winding? Whichever winding you give supply is called primary winding, and whichever winding you connect load is called secondary winding. It's very clear. Whichever winding you give supply is called primary winding, and whichever winding you connect load is called secondary winding. So this is how single phase transformer looks like. Next, three phase transformer. In three phase transformer, the design of core is little bit different. Three phase transformer is also similar to single phase, but instead of single phase supply, we will give three phase supply, that is phase R, phase Y and phase B. Here also we will have primary winding and secondary winding. So primary winding we will give supply and secondary winding will be connected to the corresponding load. Next, types of transformer based on construction and design. Here mainly we have core type transformer, shell type transformer and berry type transformer. These core type and shell type transformers are very important. In the exams, in the mid exam and in the final exams, this core type and shell type of transformers are asked many times. So please watch very carefully. Core type transformer. In core type transformer, core is surrounded by the winding. You may ask me, sir, how can you say core is surrounded by the winding? For that, my answer is, you see the winding. The winding is on top of core on both the sides. You see, winding is on top of the core on both the sides. So I can say, in core type transformer, core is surrounded by the winding. Now you see shell type transformer. In shell type transformer, this is exactly opposite to the core type transformer. Here, in this case, winding is surrounded by the core. Again, you may ask me, sir, how can you say the winding is surrounded by the core? Dear students, you observe very carefully. You see, winding is in middle and core is on both the sides of the winding. So we can say in shell type transformer, winding is surrounded by the core. So this is the only difference between core type and shell type in terms of construction. So their details. So in the next video, we will discuss why this design is different. So what is the advantages of core type transformer and what is the disadvantages of core type transformer and what is the advantages and disadvantages of shell type transformer. We will discuss in the coming videos. Next, berry type transformer. Construction of berry type transformer is entirely different from core type and shell type. This is how berry type transformer looks like. The black lines indicates laminated core and the red one indicates primary winding and the blue line indicates secondary winding. Types of transformers based on phases and construction is done. Next, we will discuss types of transformers based on their function. See, types of transformers based on function. Here we have first power transformers. In power transformers, we have step-up transformer, step-down transformer, and isolation transformer. Next, we have distribution transformers. In this case, we have pole-mounted transformer and plinth-mounted transformer. Next, we have instrument transformers. Here we have CTPT, that is current transformer and potential transformer. Let us see first power transformers in detail, one by one. First of all, what is step-up transformer? If the number of turns on the secondary winding is greater than number of turns on the primary winding, it is called step-up transformer. So that V2 will be greater than V1. Now, what is step-down transformer? Number of turns on the secondary side is less than number of turns on the primary, then it is called step-down transformer. Now you see isolation transformer. If number of turns on the both the winding is same, then it is called isolation transformer. Now you see step-up transformer. Number of turns on the secondary side is greater than number of turns on the primary side. So this is called step-up transformer. Now you see how step-down transformer looks like. Number of turns on the secondary side is less than number of turns on the primary side. So this is called step-down transformer. Now you see the isolation transformer. Number of turns on the both the sides is same. That is N1 is equal to N2 or N2 is equal to N1. So this is called isolation transformer. Next, we will see distribution transformers. Distribution transformers are divided into pole-mounted transformer and the plinth-mounted transformer. If the rating of the transformer is less, then it is very easy to attach transformer to the pole. So that is called pole-mounted transformer. If the rating of the transformer is high, then size of the transformer and weight of the transformer also will be high. So it is very difficult to attach it to pole or place on a pole. So plinth mounted transformer will be placed on a base or a trunk foundation. Next, let us see the instrument transformers. Instrument transformers are also called as measurement transformers. Here we have current transformer and potential transformer. First of all, let us see current transformer. That is also called as CT. A current transformer is used to measure the current in high voltage power networks. The measured secondary current is proportional to the line current. So in high power transmission lines and in substations, large amount of current will flow. That is 2000 amps, 5000 amps and 10,000 amps of current will flow. So it is very difficult to measure such high currents. Meters are also not available to measure such high current. So in that case, what we will do, we will use current transformer. This current transformer will scale down the 10,000 amps current into 2 amps and 10 amps and 20 amps or 100 amps. So 2 amps, 10 amps, 100 amps we can measure very easily. By using the turns ratio, we can easily calculate the line current. Now you see potential transformer. Potential transformer is used to measure the voltage. A potential transformer is used to measure the voltage in high power networks. The measured voltage is proportional to the line voltage and is very less compared to the line voltage. So it is very clear. Current transformer is used to measure the line current and potential transformer is used to measure the line voltages. Next, types of transformers based on cooling system. So here we have mainly 3 classification. First one, oil-filled self-cooled transformer. In this case, only oil will be used as coolant. Next, oil-filled water-cooled transformer. In this case, both oil and water will act as coolant. Next, air blast type transformer. In this case, high pressure air will be sent into the transformer so that the amount of heat generated in the transformer winding will be sent outside. Now you see types of transformers based on type of core material. We have basically 4 classification. That is iron core transformer, ferrite core transformer, toroidal core transformer, and air core transformer. Next, special purpose transformers. So here we have auto transformer, welding transformer, audio frequency transformer, pulse transformer, and finally trigger transformer. Let us see one by one in detail. This is how auto transformer looks like. Auto transformer is also more or less similar to 2-winding transformer, but here we have only 1 winding and there are tappings on the winding of the transformer. So these straight lines indicates tapping. So by connecting this arrow mark to the first one, I will get some voltage. And if I connect this arrow mark to the middle one, then I will get different voltage. And if I connect this arrow mark to the lower one, then I will get different voltage. That means auto transformer is used to get the variable voltage. So by changing the tap position, I can get the different voltages. So this auto transformer is mainly used in industry application, and you will also see in your labs. So this auto transformer is mainly used to change the output voltage. In 2-winding transformer, we will not get that variable voltage, but with the help of the auto transformer, we can get the variable voltage and we can do our experiments. Next, welding transformer. So this is how welding transformer looks like, which is similar to the 2-winding transformer, but number of turns on the secondary side is very less compared to primary side, such that high current will flow through the secondary winding, that is through the welding material. As heat is the phenomena of current, once high current will start flowing through the electrode will start melting. Once it will start melting, that material will be attached to the welding material. So this is how welding transformer works. Next, audio frequency transformer. Till now, whatever we have discussed, they are power transformers. They operate at 50 Hz and 60 Hz. But audio frequency transformers mainly used in electronic purpose. So these are designed to operate at 20 Hz to 20 kHz. That is much higher frequency compared to power frequency. This is also called radio frequency transformers. Next, pulse transformer. Pulse transformers are designed to transfer a digital control signal from control circuit to load. Typically, these pulse transformers will consist of diodes. Next, trigger transformer. A trigger transformer is a small, usually ferrite core transformers used in applications where high voltage pulses are required. Friends, in the next lecture, I will discuss construction of transformers in detail. That is both core type and shell type of transformers. I will discuss in detail what is the advantages and disadvantages of both core type and shell type of transformers and their comparison. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe to Alloy Education for latest lecture videos. Thank you friends. We will meet in the next video.